Hi Kel, sorry that I just did a second video. It's too large to send by phone message, so I'm gonna load these up to YouTube, and now I don't have to make really short videos. I'll just go through the rest of the boat. So we did the screens. You have home screen, cruise, return to home, and you can get to your gauges. And if you return home, you can also go to the trim screen. This is going to show you your trim tab positions. So trim tabs, it does have the plates in the rear, and they're activated here from these two toggle switches. Your left and right toggle switches right here, they operate opposingly to one another. So if you hold one of them down, the starboard plate is now going down, and if you hold the right hand toggle side of this switch down, the port side will go down and retract the starboard side. They're opposing. To get any plate up, you press the up button here. This up button works for all three of the plates. So if I hold that, it now pulls the port side up. If I go bow down, this is the center plate. Now the center plate is down. If for any reason I want the center plate and another plate on either one of the sides to be down, I can do that. Remember, not both of the side plates can be down at the same time. They are opposing. But I just wanted to show you this case because if you wish now to get both of these plates up, they don't come up simultaneously with the up button. You press the up button and it will bring the center plate up first. Press the up button again and it will bring any of the side plates up afterwards. These plates are manually activated on the NXT. They're not automatic in any way. So if you are reversing, remember they are down. So be cautious when you're putting the boat on the trailer or reversing at docks. These plates they could be down at any time. There is not also advised that you run any of these plates at high speed. If you're exceeding 20 miles per hour, neither of the side plates should ever be engaged. Really, the side plates are only for surfing, so that would be surf speeds around a maximum of 12 to 13 miles per hour. You will increase the longevity of your actuators that are being run here if you do most of your movement with them while the boat is stationary, while you're in idle, or prior to getting up on plane. So if you know you're going to surf on one side, you can deploy these prior to even setting off, and that way that's going to increase the longevity of those actuators. Okay, so that's all your surf tabs. You may want to play with the center one if you're doing slalom skiing. It may flatten the wake out some, but working and playing with that will increase your odds of figuring out what's useful and not useful. Above this area, you have all your ballast switches. Each area is labeled what's going to be filled or emptied. You can activate all of these and all areas will be filling. You'll know when that area is full because the boat will vent the excess water out the boat. Once the ballast in the center is full, you'll see a vent in the front right corner of this boat start to vent out. And the starboard and port, they're going to begin to vent the water out when they're full on both sides of the rear of the boat. Once you know they're full, you can turn them off. And you can even empty here, and you'll notice the center is now dumping water, and the two rears are also. It's not advised that you trailer the boat with those full or any excess water in the boat at all. Okay, so that's your ballast. That's very simple. If you want to figure out half of the ballast, you're going to have to personally do that with a timer, and you're going to have to be a little bit conscientious how much ballast you're putting in, how long they've been running. But generally in the NXT, people are either filling or emptying that, and it's either full or empty. Now to get onto the switches, the NXT has a very simple switch line, self-explanatory really. You've got courtesy lights, nav and anchor lights. This is your rear bilge, manual or auto. There is no off. Forward bilge, again, there's no off. And then the blower to the far left. With there not being an off with the bilge pumps, as I mentioned earlier, the bilge pumps have full power at all times, even if the battery selector is off. So that is the reason it's either manually, you can activate that, and make that pump activate, or you can put it back into the auto position and it will only turn on if it senses water there. So the switch is very simple. Okay, now onto the stereo. You can power up the stereo. This is the only part of the stereo that may need some explaining. If you go to Bluetooth and you wish to use your phone, you're going to have to make your phone discoverable and turn Bluetooth on. But when you get to Bluetooth, in order to pair the Bluetooth head unit with your phone device, once you get to this screen, which can be found by going, if you select here and you see BT, select Bluetooth, and then once you're on that Bluetooth screen, I think right now it's attempting to connect to my phone. Once you get to the Bluetooth screen, you must hold this center volume knob to make the head unit attempt to pair. I'm actually going to turn I think my Bluetooth's off on my phone, or it's attempting to connect, so I'm just going to stop this video and make sure my phone's set up correctly.